Some of those in the silver-haired community would say it's a great day for golf, and it is, don't get me wrong, but we say it's a great day for football, and the roof is wide open here in Glendale at State Farm Stadium. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Go, Chap! Go, Chap! Set! '60 Bobcat!
They'll start on the ground with Brooks. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. Their first play from scrimmage is a pickup of 13. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
On 1st and 10, it's Brooks. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. The Cardinals hit 5-3 now on the year. They coming off the loss last time out, but they've been playing better than 500 ball the last couple of months, CD. 5 wins in their last 8 games.
And quite frankly, there wasn't a whole lot to draw on in the loss last week because they were dominating every phase of the game. You got to hope that they show a little more life in this one because they certainly didn't have it in their last outing.
2nd down and 3. He'll keep it himself. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That 2nd down play nets a -4. But sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion, and I think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw defensive end right in his face because he looked up and he was right there. Didn't even have a chance to get going.
And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down.
Shut up! 19 Lion!
They'll set up a throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th.
19 Tiger!
Now back to throw. That is caught. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on 4th.
We always talk about big-time players make big-time plays in big-time moments. I think that 4th down qualified. That was a heck of a throw.
So the drive stays alive after the 4th down conversion. First and 10 inside the 30. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. Second down coming up.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
Second and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. He completes it to Olave. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 18 yards that time to push him up, first and goal.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early first and goal.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, first and goal.
Go.
Back to throw again. A quick throw, but incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, second and goal.
Let's go. Hurt, hurt. Ready.
They run out of the gun with Brooks here. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be third and goal now. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
This opening drive has taken them to the 2, but now they come up on a third and goal.
Here we go, set. Big lion. Check go.
Thorpe is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the fourth quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
And it becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. And not willing to risk a return. This ball is going to come out to the 30-yard line. So first and 10 now from the 30. On the ground with a rookie from Auburn. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now we get a stoppage because, as you can see, a member of the Commanders in some obvious discomfort. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. To the air, Williams. A short throw pulled in by Woods. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep. This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Here's Williams. And this will be incomplete. When you look at this defense, they enter play ranked 8th against the run in the NFL.
I jotted down in my notes in prepping for this game that this is definitely an area we got to keep an eye on, because you're talking about where they rank in stopping the run. Well, how about what they're facing? This unit loves to run the football, and they rank highly in the league in getting it done.
Yeah, power against power. Something's got to give. Williams from the gun on 3rd down. He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Fryermuth. And he will not get what he needed as he stops short of the first down at around the 22.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check-down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
And his kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And, Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
From the 22 now, here's the 2nd and 8. Now a handoff running through the middle. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Working out of the gun, Williams. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be fourth down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? Third down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
And his kick here is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember, last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Second down and 6 now.
Let's go. Go street. Rig alert. Rig alert. 79 Bronco. 18 Cardinal. 18. Ready.
Once again, it's Brooks. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down. After one, a 1-point game, 7-6. Here comes third down and 7.
Trap 60. Trap 60. Here we go. Set.
Back to throw here. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Set. 18. Pioneer. Go.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Quick slant to Brown. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it.
A short one here, caught by McBride.
So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and that'll bring up second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
Here's 2nd and 10. Up the middle with Brooks here. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Panther 11, Panther 11. Ready.
They'll look to throw here. Got a man. It's Brown. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Mustang 19 tight, 19 tight.
He'll look to throw.
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. The defense looked geared up to stop the run, but obviously, Charles, they were ready for the pass, too.
Yeah, they were hoping they could catch everyone crashing and playing the run, but that was a very ill-advised throw right there. The opportunity, lost.
Ready up.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. But the good news for them, they got the football. The bad news, they have to go 99 yards here as they start this drive out on their own 1-yard line.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Now that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And a decent move, but brought down quickly just outside of the 5-yard line. Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And he's going to have a Commander's first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
Let's go now. Go.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15.
To throw, Williams. And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Much more room to operate under after the big play. Here's 1st and 10. Here's a give up the middle. And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
So from the 37, here's a 2nd down and 9. Looking to throw is Williams. Open man right side is St. Brown. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Williams going to sneak it. And he's going to have a Commander's first down, at least at first glance, as he'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the first down.
And as we say often, shows confidence in your offensive line. Throwing is Williams. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
They work now on 2nd and 9. To throw, it's Williams. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Give them 5 on the screen play, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
The key to any screen play is all in the deception. That means everyone on the offensive side of the ball. But someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to him and hold him for just a short gain.
4 receivers on the field. It's 3rd and 4. And check down complete to Hall. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. The Washington passing game dialed in now. It's a 1st down. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the 2nd quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10.
If you're a wide receiver and they call a screen pass, you're counting on some people being out in front of you blocking. But that play was well diagnosed by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, and they got there and swarmed and finished off the play.
Here's 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Williams. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. The Washington passing game dialed in now. It's a 1st down.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another 1st down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
And he's going to take this down to about the 17. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
Now 2nd and 3. From the shotgun, a throw for Williams.
This will be caught just inside the 10. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
Boy, this is a well-orchestrated drive they've put together. You think back to how far they were backed up to start things out, but they've gone on a march since then, and now after that completion there, they've got a 1st and goal.
They'll run with Hall, and he is going to lose yardage here. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
That was a terrific play, causing a loss. As a middle linebacker, simple. You can either fill holes or you can attack them, as he did there.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time. Back to throw. Williams.
On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal.
And here's a handoff out of the gun.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will do it for this first half. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
Second half about to start. The Commanders have the lead. They'll get it first as we are back underway. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Williams.
Got a man. That's Leggett.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. Williams. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down.
And that was a heck of a play there on the outside.
Partner, sometimes I think on a play like this as a corner, you've got to think to yourself, all I got to do is slow him down so others can come over and support. But in this case, he said, forget that. I've got this. Sorry you had to make the run for nothing, fellas.
And that one too wide and incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
From the gun, here's Williams. That one complete to again.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Call it a gain of a yard, and that's going to make it fourth down.
Washington going to send out their punter.
And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. Well, that was pretty obvious. He didn't let him catch it.
Agreed, and what's hard is you make that long run downfield to try and cover it, but you got to locate the football as well.
A lack of discipline defensively on fourth down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10.
Come on. Set. Street. Ready.
A run out of the gun with Brooks. He's stopped in his tracks by Ahmad Gardner. And they'll come up 2nd and 7.
After 60.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
60 Maverick. Hut.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. It's complete to Brown, right side. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
Ready. Hurt. Go.
Here's a handoff to Brooks running left. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
From the 21, here's 2nd down and 7.
60 Bison. Go. Ready.
They'll stay on the ground with Brooks.
And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down.
Here we go. Check go.
They'll try and run here with Brooks. And he will have the 1st down before he's tackled at the 12. But just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
A lot depends on the spot there, and he got it, but it wasn't by much, was it? I remember Coach Madden talking about, depending on which foot the official used, that would tell you whether you had the first down or not. You want that upfield foot to be the one that spots the ball, don't you?
And you and I have the luxury of a couple extra views here in the booth, and he did get it, but not by much.
Oh, this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
They'll run straight ahead with Brooks.
And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals.
Jonathan Brooks with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals have retaken a third-quarter lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 5. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And that one going to hop into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line.
10 yards there, good for a Washington first down.
If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Williams from the gun on 3rd down. That is caught. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 40. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 right at the 40.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And some room to maneuver. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9.
45 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Commanders.
A great play there. His 14th touchdown now on the year.
And the Commanders have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter.
Well, it took almost 3 quarters for them to get their first touchdown of the game, but it may turn out to be worth the wait. This has been a heck of a battle so far, but they finally punched one in here to take the lead.
Williams going to throw for it.
And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it. And in the 3rd quarter here, they were trying to push that to a 3-point game, but instead it'll stay at 1.
And I'm a big proponent of not chasing points or going for 2 too early. But in this case, I understand why. You know, if you kick an extra point, you're just up 2, right? So a field goal still puts the other team ahead. So you go for 2 here and protect the field goal lead. They didn't get it done, though.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. It's a gain of 3 on what will be the final play of this third quarter. And that's going to do it. Clock hits zeros. They're not going to get another playoff. Time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And this offense on third down today, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll set up to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Still on his feet. And down to the 7-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, that was a pretty good time for his first catch of the ball game, and it turned into a huge play as well. He's certainly not been a central part of this passing game so far in this one, but he made his presence felt there. A big pickup on third down.
And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Not a whole lot there on 1st and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or 2 in this situation.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. There they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Commanders are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. So a good drive with a bad ending, Charles. They move it down the field well. Cannot finish it off, though, as it's intercepted in the end zone.
Deflating, that has got to be the word here, because they were sharp in moving it down the field, but sometimes you start thinking like a touchdown is a given, and it doesn't always work out that way as we saw there.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down, and he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that 1st down carry.
Second and 7. On 2nd down, they'll run it here. Showed some solid running, strong running, and then he's corralled just beyond the 10.
And this is the worry, because sometimes you can get a little too predictable in spots like this. You know you're going to run the ball, but they know you're going to run the ball as well. And now you look up, and you're staring at an important 3rd down.
They need 2. Here's 3rd down. Here's Williams. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. When they need to play on third down, you kind of know what direction the ball's going, but the defense knew it too.
Yeah, it's a good call because they wanted to put 2 men on him, and they did. Dare him to throw into double coverage. Really what you're saying is, let's see if one of your other receivers can beat us.
Washington going to send out their punter.
Standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. Taking a couple yards shy of midfield. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Cardinals, great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10.
Let's go now. 19 Lion.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Oh, that's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Shut up. Hey, check that. Street. Check out.
On the handoff, this is Brooks.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down.
Bravo 80. 70 Ranger. 79 Bronco.
Looking to throw. Looking deep downfield. And this is caught inside the 5.
Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead.
Brooks is going to go backwards. He'll lose yardage back to the 5.
A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
Now the Commanders going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts.
That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal.
Let's go. 19 Tiger. Check smash. Ready.
One more time with Brooks.
And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you're 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
The Commanders' defense looking for a stop here. It's 3rd and goal.
Here we go. Set. Trap 60.
They'll set up a throw. And that is caught by Brown for a Cardinal touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Cardinals have taken a 4th quarter lead. An out route there for the score. A quick out route there for the score.
Yeah, you're not really surveying the defense on this one. You're just counting on timing, making this play happen. 1-2, ball's out of his hands. Knows where he's going, just puts it to the outside. Touchdown.
So here's a big play for the Cardinals as they'll go for 2.
The Cardinals will line up for the 2-point conversion.
They'll try and throw for it. Complete at the 1. And he will get into the end zone for the 2 points. And that helps. That gives them a 7-point lead. The Cardinals setting out to kick this one away, and off we go. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
From the 35, here's a 2nd and 7. To the air, Williams. That one complete to Ligon.
That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down.
Again, 7. First down, Commanders.
Okay, ready? Ready? Go!
Looking to throw. Williams.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Well, any caused incompletion is good for a defense, but when you add to it, you get a little hit on the quarterback, knock him to the ground, make him think a little bit, hopefully knock him off his game, especially in a game of this magnitude, this tight in the fourth quarter. Got to feel pretty good as a defense.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10.
That's out to the left, flat and complete.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Well, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out.
Work to do here with a crowd at fever pitch. 3rd and 9.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
This pass out wide to Hall.
And he gets it just shy of midfield, but that's not enough. He's short of the marker. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining.
A short game that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it.
Another big play in a game that's had plenty of them. 4th and 2. They'll go. Here's Williams.
That's to his running back, complete.
And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. So an ideal set of circumstances there. They move the chains, and they save that final timeout.
That we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Just the 1 timeout remaining as they try to navigate this 2-minute drill. 1st and 10.
18, pioneer. Check up.
They'll look to throw.
Quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now. And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he'll take this one down to the 36. An incompletion, now a short pickup. That's not going to do it.
Yeah, you got to get to the line of scrimmage quickly, get set up, and aim downfield.
Big play looming here. This is 3rd and 7 with a crowd on their feet.
Back to throw.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down, that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a 1st down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
Second down, goal to go.
Let's go.
He'll look to throw. And it's caught. It's a touchdown. So they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
Jake Moody now for the point after.
And no sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th.
This one, all we could have asked for. All tied, final minute as the kick's away here. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
A little more than 40 seconds to play. Now 2nd and 10.
Set. Mustang 19. 19 tight. 19 tight. Hut, hut.
They'll look to throw here.
He's got McBride.
Well, that answers the question in my head. They're going to go for the win right now.
I think you're absolutely right. They're not content with going to OT. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And they do finally get him at the 12. Now they get the timeout. It leads you to wonder, will they kick it here or risk running another play and possibly not getting down in time? We'll see.
Here's 1st and 10.
70 Lions. Ready? Hey, smash Bronco. Ready?
Here's a handoff to Brooks. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. And now they're going to get the timeout. So a huge play has him in field goal range with a chance to possibly send this one to OT. So now this one's going to rest on the foot of their second-year kicker. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. 2 seconds on the clock. This for the win. And it is good. He splits the uprights on the chip shot. And the Cardinals win it. What a ball game this was. What an atmosphere this was. And the home team getting the late touchdown, getting the victory, and now everybody in this building can file away with smiles on their faces.
And what do real estate people tell us all the time? It's location, location, location. So being at home, that can be a big deal because remember, they were down to their final chance to retake the lead. That home field advantage, I think it helped fuel all of what happened for them down the stretch. A huge win.
So for the Cards, the win will help them keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 6-3 on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Washington, they'll lose an important one here as that.
You wanna try to beat the force, I wanna try to defeat the law. You wanna be with me, of course. Show you a little piece, wanna see some more, see some more, see some more, see some more, see some more. Soul gonna rise when I leave this corpse. Show you a little piece, wanna see some more.
Don't be afraid of the bounce. See when your team's levels gotta change to get mouth. How can I walk in doubt? Never been a beg, never been a loud mouth. Pen can go for days. I'm obsessed with it, can't change my ways. So blessed with it, what can I say? Top form staying in shape.
You wanna try to beat the force, I wanna try to defeat the law. You wanna be with me, of course. Show you a little piece, wanna see some more, see some more, see some more, see some more, see some more. Soul gonna rise when I leave this corpse. Show you a little piece, wanna see some more.
I'm gonna run it up, though you know your fun is up. James knew back when I was coming up, didn't wanna know then. Now I bet they're loving us no more. No R&R's, the bar is raised. If you know me, know I can bar for days. Nothing to prove cause I've done enough. Lights out, still gonna keep the torch. Show you a little piece, wanna see some more?
You wanna try to beat the force, I wanna try to defeat the law. You wanna be with me, of course. Show you a little piece, wanna see some more, see some more, see some more, see some more, see some more. Soul gonna rise when I leave this corpse. Show you a little piece, wanna see some more. Show you a little piece, wanna see some more. You wanna try to beat the force, I wanna try to defeat the law. You wanna be with me, of course. Show you a little piece, wanna see some more, see some more, see some more, see some more, see some more. Soul gonna rise when I leave this corpse. Show you a little piece, wanna see some more, see some, see some. I never mind if people change. I wanna try and heal my pain. How do you buy what can't be sold? How can you lie to me in my face, in my face, in my face, in my face, in my face? That's how I'm still gonna keep the torch. Show you a little piece, wanna see some more? I think he knows when I play with him like that, when I say to him like that, have my with him like that. I think he knows when I play with him like that, when I say to him like that, that he's coming right back. She's a provocateur, dance for a connoisseur. Weeks of Friday for sure. Tell the girls we're taking a detour. Give him milk, yeah. Get these boys out, yeah. She does it well, oh yeah. I do it myself, oh
like ice cream with Shanti playing in AMG. Let it rain on me. On my head, boys, I'm on my knees like that. Lord, please pray for me. Save your grace for me.
Say, boy, what you want?